Liverpool fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai, and Liverpool are back top of the Premier League where we belong. Manchester City lost yesterday, Arsenal lost yesterday. In fact, we built quite a gap on Arsenal. You could almost say there's a forest in between us now. All hard truths aside, big up Joey G. Jomez Maldini, what a performance, coming in and absolutely turning the tide of the game, almost having some goal scoring opportunities, almost breaking the deadlock himself for Liverpool, getting in and amongst the goals. He'll get there this season, I feel it. He was one of the key contributors to a comeback, but also put some credit on Trent Alexander-Arnold's name because he shackled Mitoma second half and he guided him into the containment zones where Mitoma's influence was waning. Brighton put a lot in the first half. They had a workmanlike midfield and attack, and it caused us a multitude of issues. But don't forget, it wasn't all one-sided because Darwin Núñez, a flick over in midfield from a deflected ball in, power, pace, holding off the man, driving in, a shimmy, a bit of skill opening up, and caught underneath his feet. He still managed to get beautiful curling effort, and Verbruggen almost had one of the best goalkeeping performances I can remember in recent memories at Anfield. But speaking of Anfield, big up the crowd. Anfield erupted for the shiny one for Arne Slot, and Arne Slot is the best of the lot because he changed the formation into a 4-2-4. Curtis Jones and Gravenberch in the midfield, Lucho Diaz inside right channel, Mo Salah on the right, Cody Gakpo on the left, and Darwin Núñez up front, Agent of Chaos. Agent of Chaos had an amazing game. Núñez, relentless running, great pressing back, great hold-up play. He's looking phenomenal. He might not always score, but his existence on the pitch influences how the narrative of the game goes, and we constantly win, and that is what's important. In the absence of Diogo Jota, Núñez has stepped up, and he's doing phenomenally well. Give credit to the team and the players that played. Konate was taken out by Van Dijk. Hopefully it's not too much of an injury. If it's a wrist or a finger, you can bandage it up, tape it up, maybe a week to 3 weeks, but he will come back. At least it's not a dislocated shoulder because those are notoriously hard to fully shake off for the entirety of your career as well. So many small narratives in here, not just Joey G, but my goodness, Van Dijk, like a leader, cleared the lines. He had an opportunity as well, couldn't make connection on it. He had to defend like beavers, as Chris Kamara would say. Beavers, Jeff. Kostas Tsimikas, the Scouse Greek, a warrior, a Spartan, aggression, winning the duels, winning the tackles, always an outlet, comfortable with the ball at his feet, gets stuck in, rugged. He should be first choice left back now. Robertson's a bit out of form, but Robertson still has a big part to play. The leadership team, he'll never get his head down. He'll work hard in training as well. They need to push each other. Two quality options at left back, but Kostas Tsimikas has earned that spot on merit. Maka is suffering a bit from second season syndrome. But you also got to note that when Wataru Endo sits in the base with Maka, it gives license for Maka to roam forward and into the pockets, into the space, knowing that intelligent shadow, Wataru Endo, Big E Emperor, is shielding him. He's got his back. But in this new system, Arne Slot, with Gravenberch being the predominant man to receive the ball off the defense and make something happen and turn away from it. Gravenberch couldn't get into the game in the first half. A triangle, the Triforce closing in on him, is very, very hard for him to wiggle out of it. His influence wasn't there, and Szoboszlai as well isn't the most creative or positive on the ball, but his relentless pressing and running and intensity in the press can be seen in one key moment when he pressed and slid in eventually as well. Szoboszlai is crucial for his off-the-ball work, but he will get there eventually, but he's not the most natural number 10. Harvey Elliott is a more natural number 10, and you could even argue that Mo Salah in the 10 spot is really, really effective and creative because he plays 10 for Egypt to play make between the lines as well. But speaking of Mo Salah, Egyptian king, when he cuts inside on the perpendicular in a 45-degree angle, and you've got to credit the substitutions, right? Curtis Jones coming in, Lucho Diaz coming in, both of them for Szoboszlai and McAllister. They hit the 1-2s in the midfield. They are ball carriers. They're very, very hard to dispossess, although Jones finally got dispossessed one time on an offensive press where 3 people managed to crowd him. But playing in between themselves, tiki-taka, the Techers hold on to the ball and are bravery to go forward as well. A perfect ball for Mo Salah, one touch down the wing, cut inside on a perpendicular angle. When he's 45 degrees onto goal, facing the goal, he will always hit it on target and bury it. It's when he's 90 degrees or more acute than 45 degrees, he tends to scuff it. But when he's on that perfect 45-degree angle in the half space on the right, he's amazing. It needed to be an amazing shot because Verbruggen almost got there as well. He had a phenomenal performance, as I mentioned. But speaking of goalkeeping, Queeve Kelleher, my goodness, we haven't missed Alisson Becker at all, and what a huge statement that is. He is the top 5 sexiest players according to the Liverpool fan in Japan polls. He always looks like Draco Malfoy. We give him the credit for that. Clean shaven, clean as you like, Irish charm, the luck of the Irish. He's phenomenal. He's fantastic, and he saved our bacon in the first half when a beautiful ball took out Van Dijk, and in fact, I've never seen a ball curved like Ricky Kaká to Hernan Crespo as I did in the match yesterday against Virgil van Dijk. He cut him clean up, he got back in there, but Queeve made a crucial save because of the reverse ball with his leg. Queeve saved our bacon because going 2-0 down would have been a different game. And speaking of changing the game, Arne Slot mentioned it's not about tactics, it's about running, desire, impetus, and intensity. Winners show up. I love that quote. Winners show up. You cannot have a second half like against Nottingham Forest again. You make it count, and in that 5 to 10 minute spell where Curtis Jones and Lucho Diaz started getting on the ball as well, it was beautiful. And now you can see, for all the doubters who said that Arne Slot doesn't rate Wataru Endo doesn't fit in the style of play, Arne Slot is not a fan of Wataru Endo. Listen to every single compliment that Arne Slot has ever mentioned about Wataru Endo. A model pro comes in, gives 100%, exactly what we need. Shutting up shop, closing out a game, defensive contributions, being oppressive for the opposition, being an outlet, being trusted by Van Dijk under pressure, being trusted by Kelleher under pressure to turn away from it. One-touch passing through the lines, back as well to relieve the pressure. Wataru Endo's got a key role, and he came in earlier. He's also probably given inside information into Kaoru Motoma's thesis on dribbling, the art of minimal touches on the outside of the foot, direct running, and running direct through the lines inside the fullback and centre back, because he is scary when he's on it, and his ability to play with outside the foot as well on the passing through to Welbeck, laid it off for Kadioglu. Wow, what a finish. That was spectacular. Sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and say Brighton outplayed us in the first half. They were better in the second phase. They're better in the second balls. They're better in possession. They're better in the lines of passing. They made us work the effort and high tempo and intensity. And lateral passing cut us open on occasion. But saying that, Darwin Núñez still had the chance as well. All credit to Brighton. And under this young manager, he looks properly well positioned for a great career as manager. Those passing lanes, that interchanging ability as well. He kept his weapons in Ciso and Dingra on the bench. Evan Ferguson's got a big future as well. Carrying on Roberto De Zerbi boy, he's adding his own flair, Hertzler. He is looking really promising. Perhaps a future candidate for a big job as well. But Liverpool came into prominence in the second half. We turned it around with a 4-2-4 formation. Joey Gomez coming in was a big influence in that. Tsimikas, always an outlet, close to man of the match. Joey Gomez could have been man of the match as well. Salah could have been man of the match because it's always an outlet. His battle with Estupiñán on that fullback channel, always winning the fouls because Estupiñán couldn't help but tug him, couldn't help but get into the 50-50 duels. And finally, the referee woke up. The referee had his coffee, had his espresso, had a cookie, and he realised there were two teams playing in this match. It wasn't just Brighton and give Brighton, oh, who's foul? It's Brighton. Go on, Brighton. Here you go, free kick, Brighton. Liverpool actually won some of the 50-50 contests in terms of refereeing decisions, which was fantastic to see. And then with the news filtering in, the Man City went 2-0 down and they eventually get 2-1 up, but they lose the match as well. That must have been music to Arne Slot's ears and the crowd. Anfield erupted and backed our boys. We're going to need the crowd because they really made it a cauldron of intensity. And when you have it, intensity and the integrity of the players to play the absolute best and show what they got, show me what you got, kind of thing. Liverpool have the quality to put any team to the sword. And defensively, we are solid. If you notice, we've only conceded through wonder goals. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Kadioglu. We've scored own goals through the transition, giving the ball away. There's been no clean cut play through our back line. And Arsenal had multiple set pieces in order to break the deadlock as well. Liverpool are very hard defensively to beat, and every title-winning team is built on a solid defense first and foremost, because when you have a solid defense and confidence in your defense and positional play, it means you can win the game by the odd goal. And I did say that one of the merits of Arne Slot's bow is the fact that he's going to win a lot of games by the odd goal. We beat Brighton by the odd goal, win matches by the odd goal. And that is how you win championships, because you don't need to exert yourself. You need to get in front. And then when you have confidence in the system, in your players, and in effort of your buddies to get back into position, hold zone, and break out with aplomb as well, going up and down the lines, you can win games by the odd goal. And the opposition know that they can't rest on the laurels 1-0 ahead. They have to get 2 goals ahead. And I don't think any team have gone 2 goals ahead against us. We've always clawed them back as mentality monsters. 1 goal in it, in it to win it, come back and go and win it, like we did against Brighton yesterday, which is why we're top of the table on merit. This is the hard line of fixtures, as the media and pundits want to say, but we're knocking them down. You line them up and we knock them down one by one, getting the points on the board, progressing in the Champions League, progressing in the cup games as well. I mentioned all the rotational players need something to look forward to. You can't throw away the EFL Carabao Cup. You can't throw away the FA Cup because of the fact that let's focus on the Premier League. It doesn't work like that. You have no God-given right to have a better chance at Premier League or Champions League, even if you get knocked out. And not only that, you've demoralised the rotational players who need to come on and make an impact, like Gakpo, like Connor Bradley, like Wataru Endo, because they have something to strive for, something to fight for every day in training to prove that they deserve their starting spot in those fixtures, to impress Arne Slot to get more minutes in the biggest of matches, Premier League and Champions League. So with the squad you built at the start of the season, you fight on every front. It breeds a winning mentality to keep winning and motivates the second line as well. And the second line is super important because day in, day out in training, they are the opposition for the first team. And if they're motivated and they're hungry and they want to fight for their spot, they will push and push and push and thrive and tackle and crunch and contest and head every single training session because they want to cement their place in the cup fixtures. And number 18 is a glorious number for the cup fixtures because Takumi Minamino and Cody Gakpo is now scoring regularly. 3 goals in a week against Brighton. Curved effort. Nunes was underneath it, went inside post. We needed something to bring us onto our feet, and that was it. And then the Curtis Jones interplay with Lucho Diaz, getting us back into it as well. You know that Gakpo couldn't get a hold of the game in the first half. He couldn't really hold up the ball. The only one that could hold up the ball and lay it off was Nunes. Salah was winning some fouls occasionally, but our lines of play just weren't there. Maka really is waning in influence slightly. Second season syndrome. He's a quality player, a smart player, and he'll come back into it. Szoboszlai is a tidy player, but not an influential player in number 10. But he's influential in our press because 2 players lead our press. Diogo Jota and Dominic Szoboszlai. It's Diogo Jota or Dominic Szoboszlai. You watch again, right? When they do the staggered 4 press, it's one of them 2 that leads the press. So in absence of Diogo Jota, Szoboszlai becomes increasingly more important. And when Mo Salah plays, as I mentioned in the pre-match build-up, he sits in the half space, not too wide, which means Szoboszlai's got to overlap and give the extra man, and Szoboszlai covers for Trent as well. He's a systems player, may not be the most pleasing on the eye at the moment, but we're winning, and that's what's important. When Nunes is in the team, we're winning. When Szoboszlai is in the team, we're winning as well. That's very, very important. And opposition have figured out that we play through Gravenberch at the base of the midfield. So when they nullify him, we look extraordinarily lackluster. However, he managed to free the shackles in the second half and exert his influence as well, and beating the man on the turn because of the fact that we had more players high up and we had to pen Brighton into their own half, and we managed to push the line higher up because our intensity in the pressing allowed for us to get a foothold in the game, and that was very, very important. And the Anfield factor is important in that, as is the quality of the bench. And Joey Gomez winning header, winning the duel, winning the lateral running, challenging the man, tackling him. Kostas Tsimikas getting back in to challenge as well. Alexander-Arnold shackling Mitoma, bringing him to congestion areas where we can crunch him and take him out of the game as well. It was a team effort, and it was a fabulous team effort, led from the front in the pressing in the second half. Completely different game. And as some people have noted as well, Arne Slot likes to weigh up the options and figure out what the opposition are doing in the first half before tactically outmaneuvering them, outsmarting them, and using the depth and quality of the squad to bring the points home. He's a second half maestro, and isn't it so impressive? Even though he's a tactician, he's a man manager and a motivator as well. This was a factor that made Jurgen Klopp the absolute legend he is, and Arne Slot's Liverpool showed that they have the character, belief, trust in the manager and in the system and in their colleagues, teammates and players, that they can come back in any given situation. This means that we are well primed and set up for every challenge that comes our way. We may not win every single match. We have no right to say that we're going to win every single match. But by golly, they will give absolutely everything on the pitch, because if they don't, there's a player waking in the wings to come and take their place and pick up the mantle and go gung-ho for the throat to get those points. The fact that we can win by 1 point is the most promising thing. And I said at the start of the season, Arne Slot's Liverpool have the best chance on Arne Slot this season rather than consecutive seasons because of the fact that he's an unknown quantity. The other side of the unknown is they don't know what his plan B is, what his plan C is, how he's going to use Lucho Diaz in a false 9 position, in a 10 position, inside the right forward, allowing Mo Salah on the right position, interchanging, going around the outside, allowing Mo Salah to cut inside as well. Nunes is traversing the offside line to build up play in the pockets as well. Amazing team effort, tactical team talk at halftime, changing the whole narrative of the game, because the game was all in Brighton's favour. The metrics, the possession, passing, shots on target, threat. We had a lot of corners, and isn't it promising that our delivery with Kostas Tsimikas, that curved, arcing, left-footed dipping ball looked better than Trent Alexander-Arnold's ball, right? Very, very promising. I knew the Scouts Greek was good enough. A lot of people were like, oh, sell him, let's get a left back. It doesn't work that way. Trust in the ability of the players, the popularity of the players, and the players' desire to fight and work for the team in the system to work together, right? And the fact that Curtis Jones and Gravenberch managed to hold that midfield in the middle and hold on to the ball and progress the ball, and as a lone two, is huge credit. And the fact that Joe Gomez stepped into the midfield to add that extra man, inverted 6 on occasion, and Trent Alexander-Arnold sits at the bottom of the midfield in the second half as well to form the free formation, to give us a platform to congest Brighton, turn over the ball, because we were not winning turnovers in the first half. We could not press them. We were a moment too late, or the sprint intensity wasn't there. But the fact that Gomez and Trent performed so admirably at the base of the midfield to allow Curtis Jones and Gravenberch to step high up as an outlet in the middle, because Szoboszlai and McAllister were really struggling in that role in the first half. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And thank you everyone who joined me in the 1-year anniversary huge giveaway. Congratulations once again to Jin. Congratulations to Luan winning the 2 beautiful Japan kits as well. Thank you everyone for the support. Thank you to the new members as well. Very, very kind to gift those memberships. Thank you for the super thanks and the donations. You guys keep me motivated, and you guys are Ichiban. It means the best. This is a channel of substance and abundance. The cream of the crop! And we're continually growing the best international Liverpool community in the world, because everyone's lovely, everyone's kind, everyone does not need the same opinion, right? But you treat each other with respect. You justify your opinion. Don't just flame and troll. Literally everybody here gives their reasoning for their opinion, and I love it. I love intellectual discussion. I love the Liverpool fan base to unite together and support the team. And as Anfield showed yesterday, when we're in it to win it together, the strength in numbers, we have the power, and we're top of the league. That's what really, really matters. Bring on Bayer Leverkusen at Anfield. Xabi Alonso's homecoming. He will see what he is missing. Arne Slot is the top of the lot, battle the bolds, and we struck gold, and he is showing why he's high caliber. And the way he speaks, he's now turned a new leaf universally in the pundits, in the media, in the fan base. When he speaks, everyone listens because he speaks with clarity. He gives his ideology succinctly and clearly and precisely. He doesn't mince his words. He's straight up. He's brutally honest when he needs to be. And the media have no retort, no response. They listened, they respect, they admire. Up the shiny one. He is full of firepower and desire on the sidelines, grafting away. He's telling people, get in position. He's shouting to push, to press, to keep tight, as Benitez used to do, to expand, to cut inside, to underlap. He is top notch. And you can tell on the training pitch as well, he gets involved in the tactics. He was a former number 10, a playmaker. He can tell how to turn in positions, to get your body shape right, to play the next ball as well. A lot of players are really benefiting from that. Gravenberch, Darwin Núñez, Curtis Jones. They are more forward thinking than I've ever seen them in terms of receiving the ball and looking forwards. Dominic Szoboszlai still needs to work on that somewhat. I don't want to pick on him too much, and I don't want to pick on Trent too much, but Trent in the first half was lackadaisical. Some negatives here. He was lackadaisical, gave away a hospital ball laterally. Now, when you play football, when you coach football, right, you can lose the ball going forward. You can lose the ball with positive intent, but you can never lose the ball going sideways, especially lazily or with a blind pass, because you are right under the cosh, because when they receive the ball, they have beaten your line of defense because you've lost it laterally. When you go backwards or laterally and you lose the ball, you absolutely owe your whole team an apology, because you have put everyone under the cosh and presented them a goal-scoring opportunity, or at least a direct effort against your defense, who don't deserve your lackluster passing or lazy efforts. Now, it wasn't necessarily all down to him, but a few moments there were way too casual, and some people have noted that. However, the fact is, you keep Trent Alexander-Arnold on because he's a game-winning condition, and in a match where you're 1-0 down, you need as many game-winning conditions on the pitch as possible, and that's Mo Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? These two are predominantly game winners, system game winners, because of the fact that Alexander-Arnold's delivery can get you back into the game against Arsenal, for example, and Mo Salah's shooting ability and off-the-ball running can always get you back into the game as well. So even when they're not playing well as a manager, you've always got to consider that these are the players that have historically turned up to turn the tide with a moment of quality, and sometimes when you can't play particularly well as a team, you need that moment of quality to get back in there. And we know that Gakpo, who I predicted the lineup correct, by the way, was ahead of Lucho Diaz for the fact that his 2-goal stint against Brighton in the cup ensured that he was right on it in terms of mentality, focus, form, and wanting to continue his goal-scoring run. And he obviously tried to whip it in for Darwin Núñez, but he got the goal that he deserved because of his endeavour to get in a position to shoot across goal. And we needed something like that because, once again, Verbruggen in the opposition goal was immense. Big credit to Brighton, big credit to Nottingham Forest, who battered West Ham 3-0. Chris Wood is absolutely immense right now. What a legend, what a player. He's literally playing like, you know, a prime Gerd Muller, I heard someone say, a prime Ibrahimovic. He is unstoppable at the moment. Up the wood, up the shiny one. Or good. It's fantastic to see Bournemouth, Antoine Semenyo, Evan Nielsen putting Man City to the sword as well. They should have won 3-0. Arsenal having no answers against Newcastle. Newcastle turning on with a quality Anthony Gordon cross. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful into Alexander Isak as well. And Liverpool are on top on merit. And long may it continue. The shiny one is bringing back the good days. Fans, it's a great time to be a Red. Appreciate every single moment. And in terms of appreciation, I appreciate all you guys, especially the new members as well. Hope you guys enjoyed exclusive content. I'm going to name drop you right now. So Rob and other names, Vibes FC, Dominic, Pierce, Dugsy, 10 Dark Elixir, 2219, Hustler, Younger Macro, welcome back, John Bjarnason as well. Justification, Poetic Arson, and Molly B. Damansa. I hope you guys are enjoying the exclusive content. I know you joined the week before as well. Domo arigato gozaimasu. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. As always, we won. Glad you guys enjoyed the watch along. 100 concurrent viewers watching along with the Miyazaki Mansai, Liverpool fan in Japan. I am blessed. So delighted to have you guys. We're forming the best community and it's so much fun. As always, treat myself to a piece of kit. What we got here? I do like this kit though. This home kit is absolutely fire. Fire and Desire, the Bobby Firmino World Championship Victory Kit. This is an official replica, a little bit more expensive than the official normal kit. And in here, it's black, it's dark. And I think I spot the Warrior logo. Ooh, this is very nice. This is unusual red collar, standard charter, Warrior logo, embroidered yellow badge. What have we got here? This might be a very nice one. And some people ask where I get these vintage kits. I get these all from a site called Mercari Japan. So the Liverpool fans in Japan keep really good care of their kits. So second hand is almost brand new. Use my link in the description below for Zen Market. They will ship Mercari goods anywhere in the world. They'll buy it on your behalf. You just pay whatever service fee and they'll ship it on your behalf. Great service. You should probably just sign up anyway because I think they're doing a campaign where you get 800 Zen points, which is like £5, and you can keep that code forever, right? So you might as well just sign up, keep that £5, that 800 points until you want to buy something or use the service because it's yours forever, right? So I digress. Looky. I don't even remember this kit. Warrior. A little bit dirty. Might need to throw it in the wash, but standard chartered with red and grey stripes. Big man Stevie G in the background in the competition. In the 1-year anniversary, I announced my best 11 considering modern day tactics as well. Barnsley, Gerrard, Souness, Salah, Suarez, Xabi Alonso, Fabio Aurelio, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Hansen, Van Dijk, and Alisson Becker. Stevie G took his rightful place there, and then this looks lush. He's big and he's hard. Gerrard. This is nice. This is proper flashy and classy. When did we wear this? Tim, I know you're very, very good on your kit. Let me know. Live bird on the chest, embroidered. The chest too impressed. I didn't miss chest day. All good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you smash a like. If you guys enjoyed the video, if I deserve a subscription, if you haven't subscribed already, lots of quality content coming up. The best way to support this channel is for a YouTube membership, cheaper than a cheesy cheeseburger from Mackie D's, and probably tastier and juicier too. You can see some of the exclusive goodies here with Tado Endo's exclusive vlog translated, his book dual translated, my exclusive thoughts on Asilla, football, Mark Goldbridge, upcoming Boovie, Adam McCullough, Red and White, Cop Talk TV, all of the channels. I'm going to be covering them all, my uncensored personal thoughts on them all. Mamacita Miami will be doing exclusive translations as well and exclusive content, so you don't want to miss out. Thank you everyone for supporting the channel. I'm releasing 2 videos today, right? The Liverpool fan in Japan highlights as well. Check it out if you haven't already. I'll put a link to it right here at the end of this video. hilarious. Really, really fun watch along. Thank you so guys for joining me on a lovely evening. It was midnight for me, but it's always a delight to stream for you guys. Until next time, Miyazaki man, Ichiban, the community is the best too. Jane, ciao. Play my music.
Liverpool fan in Japan.